This is your tutorial in your Crucifix flip over drop. First, you want to do a ball or a pike mount onto the top bar, and then you're wanting to climb up. I like to make it clean and go into a lady sitting mount into my Spanset. You can go ahead and pose there while you're opening it up with your other hand. Then I grab, bring my arm through, and you don't want to just struggle through. You want to make sure you pose and make it beautiful. Let it flow. I keep my legs straight as I bring my legs around to the front. It just makes it cleaner. You can pose here before you go up. It's really nice with one leg straight, one leg passe. Then the best way to do it is to do a straight leg straddle. If you're beginning, you might have to do a diamond straddle, but here's your straight leg straddle. I like to pose first. Then you're going to want to pike. So you're bringing your legs down so that you can flip over, have enough momentum to flip forward into your Crucifix flip over drop. And it's just so pretty. You can walk there, you can passe, you can cross your legs and point your toes. There's a lot of stuff that you can do right there. You can raise your arms up. You can have your arms out to the sides. It's just really pretty. If you have something in your music that's just beautiful and you just want to stop and pose, it's better to stay and pose rather than to just do a move and move on. Then as you're coming down, make your transition clean. I like to have one leg passeed and one leg straight, and even coming out you can do a figurehead, you can turn around. There's a lot of stuff that you can do after your drop. This is your tutorial in your Lyra Spanset Hip Key Drop. I'm doing a ball mount, bringing both knees to the top bar. Then I'm going to climb up the Spanset into the lady sitting again. You have one leg under the bar, one leg over. Make sure you pose and make this beautiful. This can look really awful if you're not really thinking about the smoothness of your transitions. I come through with my right arm. You have to turn around the upper body and have both shoulders and back of the Spanset before you turn around. Keep your legs straight. I like to passe and pose here before I go up, straighten my legs, going into a straight leg straddle. And I always like to pose before I go up into a drop. So go ahead and grab the bar, go into your gazelle. And then once you've got your gazelle, you can let go of the bar, climb up into your hip key. Make sure that leg's straight and the Spanset goes up to your hips. And then you're going to hip key over, grab with your right hand first, your left hand bring it over in front of your face, and make sure you bend your right knee as you go into your hip key drop. Then you can pike forward and go into your flip over Crucifix drop. There's a lot of stuff you can do after this. It's just really nice. I like to walk. You can passe, a lot of different things. And remember, as you're coming down, make it beautiful. Take time to pose. You can raise your arms up. And then as you're bringing it down, bring it gently down with one leg passe, one leg straight. You can have both legs bent. Just make sure you're posing as you're coming down. You can take a moment there. You can also slide down into your horse, which is a really nice transition down to the bottom bar. This is your tutorial in your Lyra Spanset spool drop. Again, I am doing the ball mount to the top bar, bringing a knee mount on, and then I'm climbing up the Spanset again, going into my lady sitting. I bring my left leg under and hook my left foot as I cross my right leg over. Then I open up this span set. Make sure you can do like a developpe with your arms. You've got to turn your body around before you bring your legs out, both shoulders and back. Make sure everything comes to the front. Always pause and make a pose and do different things before you go up, otherwise it looks sloppy. I'm doing a straight leg straddle again. Go ahead and going into your gazelle. I'm posing before I'm climbing up. Then you're going to climb up again as if you're going into the hip key drop. You're doing your hip key, bringing that span set all the way up to your upper thigh. Then you're going to hook over your right knee again. It's like a double gazelle. Then you've got to grab the bar with both hands. Make sure your arms are in back, and then one leg out. You're going to straighten it and then bend it again, and then you're back to gazelle. You can bring your legs forward, pike, and go into your crucifix, or you can go into straddle and come down. It's just up to you. There's so many different things you can do from there. I like to walk in my flip over crucifix, raise my arms, bring my arms out to the side. There's just so much you can do. Just don't do a drop. Add little things to it. You might even want to add something that's just you that looks beautiful. Make it beautiful, flow and glow as you're doing these drops. This is your tutorial in your Lyra Spanset front salto. I actually like to call it the dove dive, but a lot of people will call it a front salto. I did the ball mount, both knees on the top bar, climbing up the spanset again. I hook my left leg under the spanset with a flex foot, cross my right leg over, pointed toe. I develop with my arm, open it up. I develop again as I turn my body around, switch hands, make sure my shoulders are in back of the span set, straight legs as I bring my legs around to the front. Always pose, make it beautiful. One of the differences between someone who's a student and a professional, their transitions are smooth and beautiful. Your transitions could be something that someone admires and looks at and says, wow, that's just amazing. Sometimes I've seen people who their transitions, I'm like, I can't believe how beautiful they made a transition look. So I'm in a straddle now, going into a gazelle with my hands on. I'm posing before I'm going up because I want to make it clean. But you're grabbing with your left hand, holding the bar with your right hand. It's got to come over and through to the other side of both arms and shoulders. You have got, one of the things I've seen someone do is bring it over one shoulder but not the other. It's got to be all the way around the top part of your body. I pose there. I hold with my right hand, grab with my left hand. When I'm ready to drop, I grab both sides and flip forward in my front salto dove dive. And again, like I said, pose here, take time for people to take in your drop, make it beautiful, point your toes, either make it really bent and crisp or really straight legs with pointed toes. Everything, your toes should be pointed at all times. As you're bringing it down, lower it gently, pose, and come out of it. There's so many moves you can do out of this. I am going into a double-legged swan. I hook my ankles onto the bottom bar. I arch back, double-legged swan, holding onto the span set, take one leg off, single leg swan. You can turn around or go into horse, whatever you prefer. I'm going into a toe squat and then coming down to sitting. This is your tutorial in your Lyra Spanset back salto. This is more of an advanced drop. Please don't do these drops without a trained individual who's done these many times. You're going to go into a ball mount onto the top bar again, climbing up the spanset. And I always like to make it beautiful and clean, so I'm going into my lady sitting pose on the top bar again, opening up with my right hand, really making a beautiful pose with my left as I bring it through the middle. Remember, you're turning your body all the way around, shoulders and back before you bring your legs out. I like to have straight legs, pointed toes to make it beautiful. Going into a pause again. You can also bring the bar up and walk and pose and do many beautiful things. I have another video that shows a lot of these moves on my YouTube channel. When you're ready to straddle, I straighten my legs, bring them back again. I want to pose again. After I come up, find your bar and go ahead and pose in your straddle. Now this time you're gonna catcher's climb. So right now I'm doing a single leg crochet. This is a really beautiful pose as well. And go ahead and really arch back, then bring your other leg in. You have a double leg crochet. You're gonna come up to your trash can in the spanset. I straighten my legs, pike, and really draw my legs up. I don't have a whole lot of space, otherwise I would make that even more beautiful. You've got to grab the hoop and bring it all the way up. I hold the spanset with my left hand, grab it with my right hand, bring it all the way up. You have to have the strength to bring it up. Now both hands are on the hoop. And when you're ready to go, you lean backwards, bring your legs, you got to have your legs together, bring them through the middle, and then you're going to flip over crucifix, legs on the outside. So when you're flipping through, your legs go through the middle. You might even want to pike and bring your legs together as you're going backwards. Then your legs on the outside as you flip over crucifix. Make sure you pose, make this beautiful. Make sure you have time in your choreography to make it beautiful all the way. Otherwise, it's just really rough looking. And it's like, oh, you got to move, but okay, you really want to make it professional. So definitely flow and glow. I hope you love these videos. I've been posting a lot of stuff so that you can train. I'm here for leaders and trainers and teachers all over the world.